Everyone in the hospital knew Emma Lancaster's name, not because of her condition, but because she was the only daughter of Henry Lancaster, the tech magnate behind a multi-billion-dollar empire. 2 months ago, a car crash had changed everything. Emma, once a bright, athletic teenager with a scholarship to Stanford waiting for her, now sat in a wheelchair, paralyzed from the waist down. Henry had pulled every string, hired the best neurologists, flown in specialists from Europe, even invested millions into experimental therapies. But Emma's spirit was breaking faster than her body could heal. She refused to speak, rarely ate, and stared blankly out the window of her penthouse recovery suite. That's when Daniel walked in. He wasn't a doctor, not a scientist, not a therapist. He was just a single dad. Daniel Morales, 38, a part-time mechanic and full-time father to a 7-year-old girl named Lily. His daughter had been admitted to the same hospital a month earlier for a rare respiratory condition. Their paths had never crossed, not until Daniel accidentally pushed Lily's wheelchair into the executive therapy lounge, mistaking it for the children's playroom. Emma looked up. Their eyes met, and for the first time in days, she blinked with surprise. Lily, cheerful and curious, rolled beside Emma and said, "Hi. Your wheels are cooler than mine." Emma didn't respond. Daniel started to apologize, ready to back out, but Emma's eyes didn't leave Lily. She followed her movements like watching something she had long forgotten. Henry, who was in the room on a call, paused. "Let them stay," he said, almost without thinking. What happened next no one could have scripted. Daniel began bringing Lily every day. The first time, Emma didn't speak. The second time, she nodded. By the fourth visit, she whispered, "Why is she so happy?" Daniel looked at Emma and replied, "Because she knows she's still got things to do." It hit Emma like a jolt. That night, she asked the nurse to reposition her herself, the first time she'd taken initiative since the accident. Daniel and Lily became part of her routine. He taught her little things, not medical, but human. He brought puzzles, songs, jokes, stories about his late wife, and even played old guitar tunes from his youth. He had a way of bringing life into rooms that had forgotten how to breathe. One day, Emma asked him directly, "Why are you helping me?" He shrugged. "Because someone helped me once when I was lost. Kindness is a chain. If I break it, what good am I to my daughter?" Weeks turned into months. Emma began to respond to treatment. Slowly, then miraculously. A twitch in her toes. A slight motion in her ankle. Her doctors were stunned. Her recovery wasn't just physical. It was mental, emotional. It was as though someone had lit a fire inside her. Henry, a man who spent years believing money could solve anything, watched in awe as a man with nothing showed him what real wealth looked like. One evening, Daniel got a call. His ex-wife, whom he thought had abandoned Lily, wanted custody back. She had remarried and hired expensive lawyers. Daniel was terrified. Emma overheard, and for the first time, it was her turn to help. She rolled into her father's office and said, "You always told me I could have anything. I want Lily to stay with her dad." Henry didn't hesitate. The next morning, Daniel received a call from one of the best family law firms in the country. "Mr. Morales, your case is now in good hands." Weeks later, in court, Daniel won. On the day the verdict came in, Emma stood for the first time, not fully, not perfectly, but enough to make Daniel cry in the middle of the hospital hallway. As Lily clapped and laughed, Emma looked at Daniel and whispered, "Now it's my turn to help someone."